Denise, and I'm a queer homemaker, and welcome back to my channel. I like to introduce myself as a queer homemaker so that you know, whoever you are, wherever you come from, and whatever you believe, that you are welcome here and this is a safe space for you, even if maybe you haven't felt so welcome on some other homemaker channels out there in the internet sphere. This is a safe place for all, and I fully own who I am and what I do. So anyways, I hope you all are doing well. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about how I find motivation as a homemaker. I've been a homemaker now for about 4 months now since I quit my full-time job. I still do a little bit of freelance work part-time, and obviously I do content creation as well. But being a homemaker has really been my primary role over the last few months, and I've learned a lot and experienced a lot of joy and also some challenges along the way. So, what can be hard when you're a homemaker, I've learned, is the first is setting your own schedule. So, I don't have any kids. We don't have any kids yet. And so there really isn't any pressure for me to get up at a certain time, to get things done at a certain time. And that can make it, that can be nice to have that flexibility, but it can also make me a little lazy sometimes and not get up on time. And when you're a homemaker, you really are setting your own schedule and you need to be making sure that you're doing the things that you want to be doing. And just had to pop in with a little Winnie shot here and there. You'll see them throughout the video. She loves to be on camera and also to mess up whatever I'm doing. And today, as you can see, I was cleaning the counters, and then also the floors really need to be cleaned, so I'm going to work on that next. But anyways, yeah, setting my own schedule is one challenge. Another challenge for me personally is just feeling overwhelmed, especially when the house gets a little out of control. We've recently been traveling, and after I filmed this video, and the house has gotten a little out of control. And when you're a homemaker, you feel like there's so much to clean. You have, especially depending on how much space you have in your house, it can feel like a lot and it can feel overwhelming. And then the third challenge that I face is sometimes it's repetitive, and I actually really enjoy being on this journey for the chance to like work on the home, keep our home, and help us cook healthier meals, live more sustainably, trying to grow some of my own produce and things. Like, this all brings me a lot of joy, but it can be pretty repetitive, and sometimes that gets boring, or sometimes I just don't want to do it. And I think that's just something that you have to learn how to work with if you're going on a homemaking journey. And I want to say that I recognize that I'm so privileged to be able to do this, to not have to be working a full-time job right now. And I'm really, really thankful for that opportunity. And for me, it really is such a joy to be able to take care of our house and help take care of like the domestic stuff. I love doing it. But I think it's also fair to acknowledge the challenges so that people don't think that it's just super easy, especially not, my hat goes off to those moms out there or dads who are raising kids, running a house, cooking, cleaning, doing all the things, because it can be a lot and it can be hard on your body as well. So the first way that I help myself find motivation as a homemaker when I'm cleaning specifically is I like to pick something easy to start with to get myself going. So once you kind of get some of that momentum going, it's easier to keep on cleaning or doing whatever you need to do. And before I expand on that, I just wanted to briefly show you all some of the books I'm reading right now. These are all library books, and I'm into my thrillers. I'm into some sapphic romance, dark romance type stuff. So if you ever want me to do like a book review or like a book haul of what I'm reading, please let me know in the comments, because I think that would be fun to make, but I didn't want to assume that people would be interested in books. So anyways, back to finding motivation. Yes, I like to start with something that will get me going. I do usually start with making the beds when I'm cleaning. In this video, I actually did it at the end of my little cleaning day, just because I wanted to make sure I got the downstairs picked up first. But I find that having like a little bit of a routine, having my first starter task helps me get going and helps me tackle the other things in my list. And especially making the bed, that really I think can set the tone for the whole room and help it feel a lot cleaner than if you have a big mess to look at and have all this visual clutter. That can make it feel very overwhelming. So if you can just like put your blinders on and just focus on one little area, one little thing to start, that will help. And then the other thing I do that helps is just like finding joy in what you're doing, even if it's cleaning or shaking a tablecloth outside or whatever it is you're doing. Find ways to make that joyful. I mean, one can just be the gratitude of being able to have this opportunity to take care of a home, to not be in an office, to be making our life more beautiful, more sustainable. Like, that's such a wonderful privilege, and I'm so happy to have it. Another is just like taking breaks as I need it and appreciating the process and doing what I can when I can. Some days I have more energy than others. Some days I can do a lot. Some days I can only do some. And that's okay as well. And then you all know, if you've watched my other videos, I love to listen to podcasts or music or watch my favorite TV shows while I clean, while I do laundry. And that, of course, helps the day go by a lot faster too. And then if I'm listening to like an educational podcast, I'm learning something at the same time. So it makes me feel like, you know, I'm learning new things, and it gives me more things to talk about with Grace when she gets home from work. You know, it's not just, oh, I vacuumed all day, but it's like, oh, I learned this interesting thing in my podcast, which I think is cool, and it makes me feel like I'm still learning, I'm still using my mind, which is something that's important to me. So yeah, I mean, I think that it's normal to have trouble finding motivation some days, and I think that there's Winnie again. I think that if, you know, you're facing that, it's okay. Like, especially if you're trying to clean your house and you're working a full-time job, you've got kids, like, you have other things going on in your life. We all do. And you're just not always going to have the motivation to clean. And sometimes it just needs to be done, and you just have to do that first small thing to get yourself going. Setting priorities will also help. So knowing what are the most important things that you want to get done. So like in this video, I really wanted to get those floors cleaned downstairs. I really wanted to get the counters done and the living room cleaned up before I did any of the upstairs stuff. And that was my goal for the day. So I made sure to do that first, so that if I ran out of energy or motivation, you know, I would still have done the things that were most important. But I just want to like invite you to have more grace with yourself, to have more compassion for yourself, because we're not robots, right? And even if you are a full-time homemaker, or you are a stay-at-home mom or whatever it is, that doesn't mean that you are just like a cleaning machine and you can just like clean 24/7. You know, we're not robots, and it's okay if you have an off day, and it's okay if you don't stick to your schedule every day. But if you find that you can do things that can help you stick to more of a schedule, or can help you get started, or having a routine can help you stay on top of things, then that's great, and keep doing that. And try to find those joyful moments, and try to appreciate whatever stage of life you are in right now, and whatever that might be for you. And I like to think that there's always a way we can find joy in whatever we're doing, whether we're at an office or we're making a bed or we're out on a walk or doing errands. Like, I think that there are moments of joy in every day, and we just have to find them. We have to stop and smell the roses. And I'm not saying that life is going to be perfect, and I'm not saying that there aren't hard and terrible days, but I do think there is something good in every day if we want to find it. So anyways, thank you all so much for joining me for this video. I hope it was helpful to you, or at least relaxing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.